All right, all right. Kyle, are we completely cooked? It's just I only see me, you, and the reality check account in the space. Well, there's
Kenny Powers just popped in. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Where in the fuck is everyone at?
You put the link out for this, right?
Yeah, I put the link out for it. I do not understand.
You know, yesterday when I popped into the space, there was a few people. It was right at the beginning. There was a few people in the space, and then all at once, they all completely disappeared. And then all at once, they all reappeared. I wonder if there's people listening and they're literally not even showing.
Yeah, if anybody is listening, can you please comment? I seen someone else come in. But yeah, I don't understand what the fuck's going on here. Like literally fucking nobody in this. I've never had a space like this.
Well, you would think if that was the case that we wouldn't see the reality check account in the audience, right? Because I see it too.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm looking right now on X and it's literally just, bro, am I like completely fucking deboosted, shadow banned, like all to hell? I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
I mean, that's not really how spaces work anyway, though, right?
I know. Well, I mean, everything is just, it's out of whack. I don't understand what the fuck is happening here.
It'd be all right.
It's not all right. What are you talking about? It's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right.
We go from fucking 300 to 400 people in a space to 200 people to 100 to fucking 3.
About a thing.
The flying fuck is going on here?
Good. Every little thing.
Oh, and thank God fucking Jonah's equipment's working now finally. So at least we got that. At least we got that going for us. Congratulations, Jonah. Live frame is up and running. It's recognizing that I'm live. So I'm excited about that.
It's going to show up later and turn around and just leave.
Danny, Jolly, appreciate everybody. Gmer over in the abstract chat. I see Hans coming in. Where in the fuck everyone's at, I don't know. I was wondering, Kenny, is there like some other big space going on that I'm missing here? I'm looking. I
got no idea, bro. I just woke up like about 45 minutes ago.
On my timeline, I really don't see anything that is popping off. I
see a lot of spaces at the top of my spaces bar. I don't know.
So do I. I don't understand what the fuck the struggle here is lately. Fucking getting cooked on X, man. Jesus, G. It doesn't matter. We've had fucking 2 people in the space. We've had 100 people in the space. We've had, we fucking roll on either way it goes. To the lovely listeners, to Johnny and Hans, the records guys are going to be coming in 11:30. Good thing I didn't tell them to come in at 11. Bro would have been like, no, thank you. He still might get that way. So yeah, if you haven't retweeted the fucking space, retweet the space. What is everybody doing?
Oh yeah, I didn't even do that yet.
Jesus, it's
it has the plus symbol down at the bottom. I can't even retweet it.
You can't. That's why.
Mine's working. Mine's got the pill.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking quote tweet this thing.
Blue circle plus on mine.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I wish I could get on a call with someone from X and just figure this shit out. Let's see. Join us now. I was having a decent morning, and then something had me go look. I don't know why. I went to go do something. And I can't find my fucking wallet anywhere, bro.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I cannot find it. And I very seldom do I even use my wallet because everything's on Apple Pay. So there's no charges. There's nothing out there. I haven't used it in the last few days. So I don't know where I would have even used it at last. I tried calling several stores. Nobody has it. Thank you, Hans. I appreciate it. He said, abstract is dead, just accept it. That's what Hans said. Jolly Elf said, blame Jonah. Not going to blame Jonah, but we do have the records team coming in 20 minutes. So make sure you guys stick around for that. See, Hizzy said GM all, and he reposted the space, but I don't see Hizzy in the audience. So, Kenny, do you follow Hizzy? He's always in the audience and always on stream, but he lives right there in Houston, and he's a photographer. Older guy. Looks.
Yeah, no. He's tagged me in a bunch of, a few things like crypto related in Houston, like events and shit.
Yeah.
And he always tags me in that.
Why you got to call him an older guy? He's probably younger than fucking Kenny's grandpa.
Yeah, he probably is, but he's got some gray in the beard like I do.
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, he's got some gray in the beard. So either way.
Kenny's fucking bastard Colombian children have had children by now.
Yeah. All right, let me get this screen share up here now. Maybe if you put some coins at the driveway, your wallet will come back by itself. Maybe. I don't know, Hans. I don't know what happened. It's the pain in the ass of having to go through and get all new cards, then going and getting a new driver's license, then like everything. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I made the mistake of sticking my wallet. I got to stop doing this. I don't like driving long distances with my wallet in my pocket because, it makes you sit kind of crooked. Well, the other day I was like, fuck it, I'll leave it sit on the little center console thing, right? And then I pulled into some place, hopped out. I was like, well, I don't want to leave my wallet laying on top of the center console, so I threw it in the glove box. I spent the next half a week trying to figure out what I did with my wallet. I was going back to the restaurant I ate at last. I was digging through all the drawers, going through all my laundry. Oh my God, I thought I was going to have to do the same thing. And then I just happened to pop open the glove box after a couple days. There it was.
Yeah.
Sweet relief.
It's here somewhere. It's got to be. When I'm done with the space today, I'm going to fucking run through this house like crazy. I've been doing it for the last hour. Almost lost track of time for the space. So, but
you need something like an AirTag that's thinner, that's like the size of a card.
Yeah, exactly. So for some reason, I don't know why it's, I just don't know where in the fuck I would have used it. I'd never used the fucking thing. But either way,
what time is records coming
in 15 minutes.
Oh, word.
And I'm not going to bring anybody on stage right now. We'll bring people up afterwards at the end. So if anybody does try and come up during the interview, you can come up at the end, and that way we can get have a good solid conversation with Spike. So the very first pinned tweet, the most important tweet, we added a badass bearish yesterday to the Blinko reality
Very
check
nice.
leaderboard. Make sure you guys are using the reality check code. It is the code is in the second tweet of that thread. If you have not signed up for a Blinko, some cool stuff coming from Blinko. The leaderboard is launching soon. Just waiting on the team to get that over to me. But your play that you are playing now will count towards that. I have been assured. And on top of the bearish, we have a Pudgy Penguins mystery box, a Nibbles NFT, some Maga of Gains, Eve.
World's Eve keys.
Yeah,
not to be confused with the regular keys. These will be giving you access to items and whatnot that will be used in On-Chain Heroes World when that drops.
Yeah. So make sure you get signed up for that. Then there's some other tweets up there that I have pinned for records. So make sure you are locked in for what's coming. Hizzy said, listening on X video, will be 50 in July, hopefully still UNC status. So there you go. I think he's got Kenny. Kenny's got him beat by like 6 years. So Hizzy, enjoy the younger days. Kenny will never, be younger than you.
I'll tell you what though, man, 40 and 50 is like the new, 30s nowadays.
It's the new, like, bro, this is like the new, like,
I mean, I'm like 37, but man, I feel like I'm like finally getting set up in life. I feel like my 40s and 50s are going to be like the prime of my life. I'm like looking forward to it, man.
Yeah. Just wait till arthritis and all that shit kicks in.
Nah,
you won't be saying that. Yeah,
I'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, just drink your milk. You'll be good. But either way, Kenny Powers, let's run through some market stuff real quick before the records team drops in. That way we can kind of have some of this out of the way. I bet you he was not ready for me to come to him that quick.
Yeah, no, market's doing all right. We're having a little bit of a pullback, obviously, on the majors. We did tap 75 yesterday. Currently, Bitcoin is at 74,327, dipped below 74 earlier this morning, but is rebounding relatively nicely. Ethereum down about 1%, 23.25, and Solana at $86. Majors are doing okay. Hyperliquid hit a local high last night, ran all the way up to just about $46. 47. It hit like 45.77, just about $46. So it's pulling back a little bit right now, but doing good over there. As far as equities go, we had all-time highs on the S&P closed over 7,000 points. NASDAQ over 24,000 as well. So all-time highs there. This morning, markets started out a little bit red, but are rebounding nicely right now. Everything is in the green, Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, so things are looking good. As far as meme coins go, obviously, we talked about UNC yesterday at 8 mil. It hit 25 mil overnight. So if you jumped in on that trade yesterday when we were talking about it, you hit a nice little 3X. I actually jumped in at 10, woke up this morning and sold at 22 is where I got out at. So just over a 2X on that trade. I'll look to bid the dip, but man, there are some people up tremendously. I mean, like 10X the fucking liquidity pool. That's the problem with these pump swap LPs is like there's just not enough liquidity in them. So if a coin does do well, the reason it's able to go up so high relatively quickly is because the LP is so small. There's one wallet that I track that's up $1.5 million right now, and it's already profited $166,000 on UNC, and it's still sitting on like 1.5 mil. So that type of stuff scares me a little bit about it, because like once this dude starts unloading, it's going to crash the price relatively quickly. Just in the past 20 minutes, we've seen it go from 22 mil back down to 17 mil. So, I mean, crazy swings both ways. If you just set up some TA, you can probably look for an entry point because it will probably bounce again. But yeah, that's doing well. Other than that, we saw Fartcoin pull back a little bit, although trading volume on Fartcoin has gone up pretty nicely. So I think people are starting to rotate back towards Fartcoin, but it's sitting at 21 cents. Yeah, everything looks all right. We're kind of consolidating on majors. I think Bitcoin looks like it's trying to break out here. It's been holding over 74,000. It dipped slightly below there earlier, but it's back above it. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see how things play out. But I have a feeling that we've been getting a lot of bullish news regarding crypto from the government and whatnot. Talking about different countries, creating their own stablecoin infrastructure, which is good. Morgan Stanley came out yesterday and said the next logical step for businesses is to go on the blockchain. So, I mean, just a lot of news around crypto that's relatively positive sentiment. So, yeah, I think once this war stuff gets kind of shelved and we can end the war, I think we're going to run. So, yeah, just position yourself accordingly.
Yeah, I agree. I think once on top of that, once we get more of this Clarity Act coming back through, I've seen several senators saying that they're expecting it to pass by the summer. So that'll definitely be a big catalyst for the space.
Right.
So yeah, I'm trying to look and see what else. Kyle, see if you can go see anybody in this space that's on Abstract. See if you can go do your daily upvote streak.
Then I just did, literally just a minute ago.
Okay, then refresh the screen and see if it pops back up. I keep doing it. It tells me I got the vote in, and then the timer pops back up.
And mine worked fine.
Really?
Yeah. Try upvote in a different app or something. Maybe
what
it just
the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'll try and do that. It was all over my timeline because I work for a quantum computing company. You guys had to see all these fucking posts on the timeline. I mean, everybody yesterday was posting about this shit. So it's definitely gaining steam. And Adam Bach addressed it, I guess, yesterday. And for those of you that don't know, Adam Bach is like, he was one of the guys that was considered to be one of the key candidates to be Satoshi, and which, you know, he's always disputed that claim, but it all right, it looks like it's working now. So, but either way, the whole quantum narrative has taken shape on my timeline. I would just say, you know, pay attention to it. Just because somebody says it's 2, 3, 20 years away, you know, you just don't know, man. With Mythos and the advancement in AI, it's kind of a scary fucking thing. So, you know, we're gonna see more and more updates on it as time flies. Kenny, what about on the NFT side of things? How's things looking there?
Am I on mute? Okay, no, I'm
No,
not
we
on
got
mute. Sorry. Yeah. NFT side of things, yeah, things are kind of stable where they were yesterday. Not a whole lot of movement. Bored Ape is up slightly. Pudgy Penguin's up slightly. 1% and 2.5% respectively on those.
Look at Del Mundo's though. Holy crap.
Yeah. Del Mundo saw a nice little pump. Obviously, I don't know if you saw Adam Weitzman's tweet yesterday or last night or overnight, sometime late last night. Put out a tweet about acquiring another kind of Grail Del Mundo. So off of that kind of news, we saw a 27.7% pump on NFTs for Del Mundo, 122 sales. The floor is back up to 0.083 or $192 in USD. So they're doing well. But yeah, other than that, pretty flat. Not a whole lot of sales. You know, 7 Bored Ape sales, 7 Pudgy Penguin sales, 3 CryptoPunk sales, 4 Hyper sales. Just not a whole lot of volume, but relative, things are holding steadily, even with the price increase in the price of Ethereum. You know, typically you'll see floor prices fluctuate lower as Ethereum goes up. It's not really happening, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
And I see a lot more people on the timeline just, you know, again, being, you know, calling for an NFT rally this year. I saw a post somewhere that I think it's on Polymarket. I'm not exactly sure which prediction market it is, but the chances of the NFT market cap surpassing, I think, $10 billion is like 60 something percent. So it seems like the sentiment seems to be bullish.
Where are Pixel Pups at? I see Jolly saying Pixel Pups.
Let's see here. Let me
That's
find
on Ape Chain, right?
I don't think so. I think it's on ETH.
Is it on ETH? Well, why was I thinking it was on fucking Ape
Wait,
Chain?
wait. Pixel Pups is the one that just minted?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, that's the one by...
Yeah, their original collection was on Ape Chain, I believe.
Okay.
And then the one that just minted was on ETH mainnet.
Yeah, they're at 0.159.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing them now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slightly green on the day, about 6%. But yeah,
Yeah.
continue to do pretty well and hold their position. Isn't there like a token associated to this, or am I wrong on that?
There's some type of staking mechanism, but I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. We'll have to get Kyle, what's the guy's name that founded that?
Which project?
Pixel Pups. What's that?
Simple Farmer.
Okay, yeah. We might need to get Simple Farmer to come in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted. I'm looking at this Take My Muffin thing that's going to mint here on OpenSea. It's on the OpenSea homepage.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours away.
No, it starts minting in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but you got to be eligible for a whitelist, right?
Yeah, and there's only 666 NFTs, it seems like. I was just literally just checking out their X page, trying to figure out if this was worth talking about or not. It does look, I like the IP. It says their bio says R-rated series, 550K subs. So, I mean, it looks like it's like a comedic sort of like maybe YouTube Shorts kind of a thing. I don't know exactly what the vibe is. I was just trying to figure it out while I was, you guys were talking there.
Yeah, I was looking at it this morning. Yeah, this was I was looking at it this morning, and I'm not eligible until public. So like, yeah, I don't know if, I don't even think there's going to be any left by then, right?
Probably not. Like I said, it's 666 NFTs, free mint. I don't know who qualified for the whitelist or not, so I don't know how quick this is going to go.
Yeah.
Once it hits public, though, I think they'll just evaporate immediately, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know. We'll see.
Less than 1,000 mints free.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody's bots that haven't killed themselves yet are going to jump right on this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Treasury is limit 66 per wallet. So I wonder how many of those are going to get minted. Maybe just
Probably 66. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe so.
I mean, that would make sense, right? 10% of the supply for the treasury. That's pretty standard.
Yeah. Some other things, some other news. Zeke creator cards are now certified on OpenSea.
And after that was like 2 weeks ago.
Was it? I didn't even see that.
They've had the blue check for a while now.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna see I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some tournaments firing up soon. I wouldn't be surprised to see a post or something this week. So
either this week or next week for sure. One of the two,
yeah.
Based on both things Scotty has said and things Pons has said. So yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a badge over there in a little bit. Bro, the 77-bit game, they're done. Did you see that?
Well, done. I feel like people are being a little hyperbolic. I read that message. It sounds like I don't know how big their team was. I believe it said they let go of like 15 people. Further down in that message, they talk about how there's still a small core team trying to complete things. They talk a little bit about how AI has allowed them to do more with a smaller team, so on and so forth. But everything is paused anyway. They talked about how the founder they basically already had run out of runway from their treasury, and the founder had been kind of coming out of pocket to keep things moving. I think they intend to still develop it some, but to what extent is the finish line that they speak of in that? I don't know. It's a shame. The 77-bit IP was really cool. The game looked like it would be a lot of fun.
The game was fun. I played it.
I remember running into some trouble with it. I remember it like banned me or something. It thought I did something weird. Maybe it thought I was a bot or something because of something weird that happened. And I remember being kind of frustrated about that, but overall thinking the game looked good and the IP looked good. But
yeah,
also since then, I mean, it's been a long time. And I literally forgot that it was a thing because I haven't seen anything about it on the timeline in a long time.
Yeah, they minted NFTs. The NFTs were not cheap. I mean, they raised a lot of money. I don't know what's gonna happen. To my knowledge, they are looking for someone to.
Johnny just said they raised 19 mil.
Yeah.
It's just BS.
Yeah. They raised a lot of fucking money.
Well, 19 mil, if you've got a big team and you're really developing stuff, I don't know. I don't know how long of a runway that really is, depending on how you're using it, right?
I mean, it should just be a lot of fucking it's a lot of money, bro.
It is a lot of money, but game development isn't cheap. Now, this isn't exactly, Fortnite they were developing either. So I don't know. I'm not a game dev, so I don't know how fast you burn through money developing a game of that style. I do not know.
Yeah, but either way, shutting down, and they are done. Not sure where Spike is at, but we will just continue fucking marching on until Spike shows up. What else was there was something else that happened. Oh, I grabbed some of these things because I seen Crypto Grit tweet about them. And I don't even know if they even finished minting out, bro.
What is that?
Those abstract eggs.
Abstract eggs? I don't know anything about this. It's not the abstract born dragon thing, is it?
I think it was the thing that you were like somebody had messaged you about, remember?
It's called abstract born? Or abs born or something? I still have them in my DMs.
What was the let me go to my wallet and look, I can tell you fucking that.
Yeah, abstract born. It's like a scaly looking egg thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is them.
Yeah. There they are, right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely them.
Yeah. Look at these fucking. This looks like some Plumpy Dragon shit.
I would say it's actually better than Plumpy Dragons, even.
I don't know what these things are gonna do, but they're not looking good. 70 cents. So I'm down.
Is that all they are?
Yeah.
I might go buy some. I mean, the guy reached out to me. It's just one of those things where
Spike's coming.
I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know the account. I have no idea who's behind it. So when they hit me up asking me to retweet it, I didn't want to do that because I didn't know anything about it. And then they hit me up being like, "Hey, just send me your wallet. You don't need to promote at all." But I'm like, man, I don't know. I feel kind of bad just taking something for nothing too. So like now that they've minted, and if they're that cheap, maybe I'll just grab some of them, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I have 5. I think I paid like $1.60 a piece for them, something like that. So I'm kind of down, but it's all good. All good either way.
Don't worry, I'm going to sweep the floor back up with $1.50 here, buddy. Don't you worry.
Do it. Do it, bro. Do it. Yeah, and like I said, I don't even know who the what are you talking about? Founders are. What?
The floor on these is $1.27.
Oh, well, I'm saying the WETH offer was where it was.
Oh, yeah, the WETH offer is 7 cents. Okay.
Yeah. Where's Spike at? I'm gonna send Spike an invite. Get Spike up here. Yes.
Real quick, the only other kind of relevant news in Web3 yesterday, I don't know if y'all saw that, but Foundation, the NFT platform, is shutting down. Got a lot of backlash on the timeline. Saw a lot of people quote tweeting it and whatnot, but yeah, they're shutting down operations. Foundation was, one of the quote unquote art marketplaces for Web3. So yeah, they're shutting their operation down and handing their platform over to another company. But yeah, that's just one piece of one tweet that I saw that was kind of going viral. A lot of people quote tweeting it and artists kind of talking shit. So
yeah, I seen a lot of people pissed off about it. But I mean, we're gonna see more and more of that, bro. Teams ran through all their money. Everybody was expecting, a massive bull run last year at the end of the year. And I mean, like I said, look at it. I always go back to the thing where Luca and them, they planned for the Pudgy to be on the Sphere in Vegas, and you see what happened there. And they had to send it. That's all it was. So
if there was only a way for NFT projects to kind of get their IP out there in front of people, I wish there was a solution.
Yeah, if only there was a brilliantly made platform designed specifically for exactly that. I wonder where we could find someone who could be our Superman
to get your IP out there. Yeah. I don't know who's doing it, but either way, if you're just joining us, please repost the room, share it in all your chats. Make sure you guys are following Records, following Spike, and us as well. But anyways, Spike, are you with us? You can unmute in the spaces. All right, cool.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. Super happy to be here and chat. It's a brand new space for me to join. So happy to connect, guys, and to chat about records. Super happy about all that.
Yeah,
I gotta say, we were all excited about y'all's space the other day. Unfortunately, Kyle was looking forward, an idiot right here, who's looking forward to listening back to it. There was no recording, so we are happy to have you on this space so you can fill us in, because unfortunately we weren't able to catch the conversation.
I tried to tell Cheeses. I said, Cheeses, buddy, we should just go hang out in the record space today, dude. I know, we're committed to this time slot, but we should go. Cheeses said, nah, fuck them, dude. Fuck them. That's what he said. I said, dude,
no, we'll get him in
that's
here.
uncalled for, dude. That you shouldn't talk like that, Jesus. But he didn't want to listen, man.
And guess what? I said, we'll get him. We'll get the guys in here where we hang out every damn day. So either way, yeah, we're glad to have you in, Spike. So
yeah, likewise, guys. And sorry about the recording. It's fun that we launched something called Records, and the first thing we do is forget to record our own space.
Yeah, that's
irony.
So just a tip for you for the future. Anytime you host a space from desktop, which I'm assuming whoever set the space up for that, it does not automatically select record space. You have to manually do it. When you do it from an iPhone or a mobile device, that's when it will allow you to. It'll automatically have it set as recorded. So as soon as I didn't see the recording, I was like, oh shit. And I just made a joke with Tully, and Tully was like, oh, we can make this happen real quick. So But yeah, and then I listened to you yesterday on Captain Space, which was also really good as well. So
Thanks, man.
yeah, Captain does a great job over there. So but yeah,
Love you, guys.
you want to kind of give some background on who you are and what you guys have done with Persona and what's kind of
Yeah.
led to where we're at now?
Yeah, 100%. I'll do you guys the short story. Otherwise, it's way too long because we've
Yeah.
been in Web3 for for like 5 years now. But yeah, we started Persona in 2024. Prior to that, we were already doing some Web3 games in the space. And prior to that, we and the co-founders of our company, we were at Ubisoft for 10 years. So we have a background in video game development. But then in Web3, we took different routes. The first route brought us to do some Web3 fantasy games, which were quite successful back then, but didn't last on the long run. And then in 2024, we were really keen to start our own IP, which is Persona. We're one of the biggest launch, I think, in 2024 in terms of NFTs. And since then, we also pivoted a bit our vision to refocus not on games, but on innovative products that we feel could be meaningful for IP growth. So that's a bit what we've been experimenting since a year, trying to understand how with Web3 and AI we can bring to life some products that could help build IPs, but in a new way. And Records is a bit the culmination of that, if you will. That we're very happy to put forward. It was a product that we almost co-built with a lot of people in the space, including brands like Bearish that were incredibly supportive the whole way. So extremely excited that we released it this week and that it went so well, the launch, and now it's time to scale.
Very nice. Man, I gotta say, I really like the Persona IP. I'm out of the three of us,
Thanks,
I'm probably the only like anime nerd out of the three of us, but you guys' art style is just absolutely phenomenal. I've been a big fan of it for a while.
Thank you so much.
Bro, I like anime. I would watch it with my daughter.
What's your favorite anime? Go ahead.
Listen, you don't let me finish. I don't know shit about it, but I do. I would just sit there and watch several episodes with my daughter, and she's like, at one point, I was only paying for Hulu just so she could watch this one show on anime of anime. I had the slightest clue what it was. I never understood the storylines, but the artwork is always really, really dope. And Persona made a lot of noise when they launched, and it was it was pretty big. I was just clicking. I was going to the Bearish account and I sent it to the Bearish team chat. And when I went to the Bearish account, it said this account does not exist. I was like, oh shit. But I mean, they were on the stage, so it all kind of disappeared at the same time. But anyways, so records, like when the Bearish team, we seen the announcements coming out. You guys did it with, Bearish, Pudgy, Final Bosu, 10 brands, I think, as of right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like for a team like Bearish or Pudgy, I mean, Bearish already has, what is it, 10 billion plus views on Giphy. Like,
yeah.
How does records help amplify a brand even more than that?
So I think Records, like the first thing it does, we aggregate content throughout different social media platforms. So TikTok, YouTube, Giphy, as you named it, Twitter, of course, since we are all like Twitter native, and also Instagram. So the first thing that is great for brands that are in Records that already achieved some growth outside of City is that it shows all that very quickly. Like if you go on Records.network, you click on one brand and you see instantly like, whoa, okay, those guys, they actually managed to have some growth out there, and you start to understand that like, okay, this brand is the real thing. And Bearish was a really cool brand to partner with because I think it was exactly in that spot where typically I didn't know they already achieved as a brand so much growth out there. So Records is really great for that because it shows it in one platform very easily. And the origin story of Records, it was a need we had internally for Persona, where I wanted to have like all my brand content in one place and be able to curate it. But then also it also quickly became a calling that it could be a really great thing for the space to actually show to the world that NFT brands now are legit. We're not in 2021 anymore. You have actors in the space that are left that are really trying to build legit IPs with legit growth, legit communities. And I hope that Records shows that a bit. And yeah, the second calling was also to show that, but for NFTs specifically, we always felt that NFTs lacked a little bit of purpose. And I think Records, it's really cool because it ties the content not only to a specific brand, but a specific NFT within that brand, which is really, really cool because all of a sudden you realize that some NFTs are already almost as strong as an entire brand because they have some metrics throughout socials that are a bit crazy. Like you have some NFTs that have some views on Instagram, on Giphy, and so on. And it cements them a bit as those little fraction of the brand, as sub brands almost, which I think is a very, very, very powerful concept for the future because I think it's one of the best explanation you could give to someone as to why buy an NFT. First, show them that NFT brands are freaking awesome now. We're in 2026 now and not 2021. And second, that if you buy an NFT, you buy this very unique, powerful token that is nothing like that exists elsewhere in terms of investment. You really buy almost a sub-brand of that brand that you can also grow as a owner. You can also grow with content. You can also grow with lore. You can also grow by making it exist as your personal brand on socials. And it was always that NFTs, right? But I think Record just helps a little bit even to materialize it even more, which I really like.
Yeah, I like this from a creator standpoint because I recently rebranded from a Creeps NFT to this Bearish. And you know, for me, so like when I go to the records site and I'm looking and I see like one of the ones that stands out to me because GW is always in the space supporting is GW. And he has the military bear. And I'm sharing this on stream for anyone that sees it, but like it's showing all the views that he has, and like his bear is everywhere on this platform. And I think it's because he's really active and it's scraping all this from X. You know, and some of them we see Giphy views and things like that. Like, how important is this for a creator to, you know, not only just for the community itself, but like an individual creator like myself to really use this and lean into this system?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have two layers to that. First, the amazing part is that you can, exactly like a brand, really have one place where you can have your historical content that is nicely laid out. So imagine you posted a banger like 2 years ago on Twitter, for example. You might have forgotten about it, or it might be lost in a feed. The cool thing with Records is with your NFT profiles, you can just create folders, organize that content, keep it a bit forever, which I really like. On top of that, it's amazing because it gives brands the possibility to just grade some pieces of content. So you can have like the brand still stamp of approval, you know, on some pieces, which I think is really cool when you're a community member and you want to push for the brand. It's a bit like some status recognition, if you will. And the third part, which we're excited to start next week, will be our campaigns feature, which will allow and invite any creator to create around the brand. So we will allow brands to essentially create campaigns with a price pool. It's a bit like InfoFi, the premise, but there is a big conceptual difference, and I want to explain it because I know InfoFi has kind of a bad,
A bad rap.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, a bad rep now. But here the focus will be very much on quality brand content. So through the campaigns, what will happen is that we will let brands put a price pool up. We will let brands decide which platforms they want to target. And then any creator can create content around the brand. We will scan it and put it in the campaign automatically like we do for all the content you already see on Records, and attach it to specific NFT if there is an attachment to make. And also, it will be, yes, engagement metrics that that give some points initially, but then it will be the brands that can say, oh, okay, this piece of content is actually very valuable for my growth and not AI slop. Also, we are very much focused on visual content, as you see it, like Records is visual content, and we do believe that a lot of IPs that we have in records, but a lot of IPs like ours are very much visual IPs. Like for example, Doodles, like all the ones that are here, Bearish included, of course. We are visual IPs, so Infofy didn't really necessarily make sense because sometimes you just had a post with I don't know, a hashtag on a, on a tweet, pretty much zero effort, some slop, and not necessarily it was not necessarily pushing your IP forward, right? With campaigns, what will be really cool is that it's going to push quality content validated by the brand on different social media platforms. So if as a brand you want to launch a campaign, you can just focus on TikTok, for example, and invite creators to create content on TikTok, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, because like for me as a creator, like I want to be able to put content on X. I want to be able to put it on Instagram, TikTok. Like everything is I just recently updated everything to my the Jesus PFP, the bear over there. So like I haven't started posting any content yet. Is Records already scraping TikTok and Instagram and all these other platforms?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you go on the Bearish profile, you will see all the content throughout the different. Yeah, you can see here, for example, the amount of views in the header in Twitter, TikTok, Giphy, Instagram, and so on. So yeah, absolutely. You just need as a user to insert your sources, but we are also providing sources and searching for sources dynamically. Then as soon as you're entered, we scan your account, we scan your content, and then we run our own AI models that we created to establish if your content has a link with the brand and then a specific link with an NFT within that brand, basically.
Now, what is this verified part here? Because when I went to like when you click on any of these and I see GW and I go there and it shows he's verified or maybe his NFT, what does that mean?
We're gonna remove it actually. It was an attempt to essentially let NFT holders decide what they want to put on chain or not. But after the release, we realized that pretty much all the records should just be directly on chain. So what we do is when there is a record established, so when there is a piece of content with a link to a brand or an NFT, initially it was just in our database, and then we had this blockchain layer where both NFT owners or the brand can decide to put the essence of that content on chain, if you will, which is really cool because it creates kind of an immutable link between the piece of content, the NFT, and the brand. But right now, we wanted to let NFT owners choose what they would like to put on chain, but we very quickly realized that we just want every record on chain, which is what we are going to do next, and just let NFT owners do some curation on it. So if you don't want some stuff attached, you will have the choice to basically remove it. But otherwise it will be there from the get-go. So there is a big on-chain part also to that concept. You know what? Where blockchain is great at provenance, blockchain is great at all those things inherently. So it felt very natural to also use that in the project.
Nice. Totally. What's up, bro? GM, how you doing?
GM fellas, how you doing? Good to see you, Jesus.
Fantastic. Yes, sir.
Kenny Spike, what's up? I have a question for you, Spike. So right now, Records is kind of a on the surface like analytics and stats, and you can kind of see, obviously, all the different records that are there. Are there plans to provide tools for brands and their community to create content from their assets, say images or video, that kind of thing?
It's a good. I don't think so. To be fair, I don't think we want to necessarily distract ourselves that way just because we did our own image generation tool for Persona, and we know it's a tough exercise because you really need to do something proper to the brand, and it can take time. What we do want is to still make a very strong link if a brand has such tools. So typically, if you go on the Doodles page, you will see like a big ass link to Doodles AI, for example. So if the brands have tools that they would like to push to actually push people towards those to create content, we want to provide that. I think it would be a bit going too crazy on my side if I was to say like, yeah, we're going to also provide generation tools proper to each brand, just because we know it takes time and we know it's tricky to get it right from one brand to another. So right now it's more about making the clear links towards your content, your tools, your brand kit, all of that within one place to make sure that if a creator comes in right away, they know that, okay, I can play with all those things to actually make content around that brand.
Love it, love it. Yeah, something like a brand kit and brand tools where we can like, I don't know, link out to our own internal stuff that we've made. Maybe even some education. We're gonna be doing some education internally to teach the community about like how to create really good AI images, video, and even GIF. So yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, teaching them how to prompt, use like basic Canva tools, things like that. Like I think it'd be really simple. And I've been doing a lot of that stuff, but I've asked communities to do that before. It's like, why are you hiding all your brand assets? It's like that Google Drive folder should be right there and accessible for the community to just wear the hell out. And you never know, they could take some of your assets and actually make them look even better or use them in unique ways. So like having a channel like that in Discord where it's like a creator hub where they have access to anything and everything. So because all it's going to do is give them more power to go out and, as Lucas says, proliferate the brand. How often is the site scraping all this data? Because like I see Bearish is at 5 billion, but we know they have over 10 billion Giphy views. It seems like that number is kind of low. So like it should be closer up here to Pudgy. Like
so we have there is a little caveat to that. Is just we don't scrape stickers basically on Giphy and a bit like Pudgy. It represents for some brands like half of the Giphy content, and the Giphy content represents like a lot of the views on Giphy. That's why we're missing a lot of overall views if you look at it here. It should be completely exact for like the other platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. So if you browse the brand, those metrics should be exact. But indeed, on Giphy, which represent the big part of the views, it's only half. But yeah, here for example, you can still see like 23 million on.
Yeah, 23 million on TikTok, which is insanity for Bearish.
It's insane.
Well, Spike, let me ask you a question because typically, coming from Web3 and being in the industry for 6-7 years now. Twitter has always kind of been like the crypto native hub for anything Web3 as far as like tickers, NFTs and whatnot. But obviously, with these other social media platforms, we're starting to see an expansion outside of the crypto Twitter bubble into other platforms. As you guys are scraping API and seeing the metrics, where are you seeing the most success outside of Twitter in regards to Web3? Is it TikTok, Instagram, YouTube? Like, where are you guys seeing on the back end where y'all are getting like the most kind of traction for Web3?
I mean, I think Giphy is the main one. Giphy is almost a Web3 GIF machine right now. If you look at the top 20 brands growing in Giphy, you maybe have half that are Web3 brands, which is really, really insane. And we're pretty much going up against Square Sponge. Sorry, in French it's a very different name. That's why I'm struggling with that one. Or Pokemon, or like big licenses.
You can say whatever the word is, bro. I understand the French language.
Jesus' first language is English, and he barely speaks it. So you're doing pretty good, brother.
In French, it's Bob l'éponge carré.
What? Hold on. What'd you say? Say that a little bit slower.
Oh God, here it
Bob
comes.
Bob l'éponge carré. I guess it's the same thing. It's square. Yeah.
But
Bubbly potion. That sounds like something I drink out of a pimp cup. But anyway.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
So I think to answer you, Kelly, Giphy is definitely dominated by Web3, but honestly, if you check the brands in records right now, it's mind blowing the growth that some have pretty much on all the socials. Like on YouTube, for example, Doodles and Kleno are massive, but really massive. Pudgy is massive everywhere. So
yeah, Pudgy's at 16 mil. So Now, are they getting these from YouTube Shorts, or are they because like right now I'm streaming. Now, the other side of that, and I brought this up in my space yesterday, and I've asked Holly about it, was like mine is not part of the actual standard bearish collection. So, but like, how does that work? So like I'm streaming, my PFP on YouTube is this bear. Even if I changed it to another one, like how does that work? Is it just off of media viewed?
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So what would happen is that we would try to find your content initially, and then we analyze it. So typically, if it's a video, what we do is we take a lot of frames throughout the video to actually make sure we analyze like every moment as much as possible. And then we run our AI models, and we would establish, oh, okay, this piece of content has a very strong link with your bearish specifically. Are you an honorary? Jesus, you're bearish?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a Make-A-Wish
we
kid. He's actually 7, but he has the Benjamin Button disorder.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know we need to add the honorary bearish as well to the recognition. So you will probably be also caught in records when we add them. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and that'll be dope. And I actually started using a new product, which is supposed to help with this. It didn't work yesterday, but it's Live Frame from Jonah, and it's supposed to be able to clip all of these spaces and these streams that we're doing, and it's supposed to be able to put them in different formats.
Oh my God. Look who just popped into the room and immediately hit the request. What are the odds?
But like being able to have that there and then post it to YouTube and post it to, TikTok and do all that immediately straight from, where I'm at within Live Frame is going to be pretty good. And it's going to give me a leg up on a lot of people in the bearish community.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes, but I'm just driving back from my haircut. Yeah, so my dev team got back to me this morning. Are you using it right now?
Yeah, I'm live right now. Everything's working good.
It should be working now. It was a problem in our back end. It wasn't you. We fixed it though. It should be patched. If it's not, then I'll go whip them.
Yeah,
just let me know.
No, all good. And
live customer support.
Yeah, I know, live customer support. So, but no, the great thing that I'm speaking on that is that Jonah, and correct me if I'm wrong, like once this is done, I'll get the clips. It will crop it, whether or not it's for TikTok, Instagram, or
that's coming next. We're not and we're not going to charge you extra for it. It's included in your subscription. So the first step was making sure this was scalable. Like if let's say there's 50,000 people at once that are using it, for example, that's done. The back end, obviously cleaning the patches because it's early access, that's done. What's coming next in like about a week is you should be able to launch your own folder campaign. Right now, only businesses can do it. But let's say you want to put in a few $100s and see if people want to edit for you or clip for you or post for you. You can do that and launch it, and it'll show up on our marketplace for people to earn real money, and they earn it in USDC.
So I would be able to do like a bearish campaign, playing Blinko. Yeah, I'm streaming 3 times a week, and have people clip me playing Blinko. But at the 100%. Same time, Spike, that would give me views on X, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. So
correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that works good. And that's what I wanted was, I feel like for the last year and a half, we've been just at a stalemate with Reality Check. We're not gaining any exposure. We're not growing. We're not doing anything. And something like Records, on top of using the tech of Live Frame to help boost the video content, I think will really help, and it just gets more eyes on the brand.
I still think a lot of that has to do with just the nature of the fact that the like CT bubble has been deflating right over the last couple of years, and it'll hit a point where that starts to grow again. The whole space will grow again broadly. That's but yeah, good to be positioned with tools like like Records, like Live Frame to be ready for that kind of stuff. I mean, the networking over there.
Yeah, like we're early days, even though I always say that, and I've been building this for a year and a half, but building technology is really fucking hard. It's a lot harder than running an agency. So the way that this is going is that in your dashboard, Jesus, whenever you see it, there'll be a tab called Workspace. That's where the editor will be, which it says currently not released yet. Not going to charge you extra. What it's going to be is a light version of CapCut. We've been building our own editing tool, our own editing suite. So what will happen is you can take any clip that's in your file that the AI grabbed of you, and then you can put it in the workspace, and then the workspace can ideally, this is the stuff that we've been working on, can look for good clips within that longer VOD. It can take the current clip you have and you could do what's called keyframing, so you can verticalize it, a captions feature. Eventually, which we don't want to do yet because it's not like the biggest deal, eventually you could click push to post, and it'll, since your channels are connected, it'll automatically post on those channels. There'll be a whole list of things. Workspace is the next evolution of what is currently out that you're using, and we're not charging extra for it. That's all included.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm looking forward to integrating it into everything I'm doing. So I told Kyle today, I said, bro, if this don't work today, I'm canceling this shit.
Dude, you're just gonna crash
I'm
out.
never letting Jonah on stage again. We're done and we're cooked.
No, in our back end database, I pinged one of our top engineers. His name is Taylor. I said, Taylor, if you don't get this done, we're cooked. And he said,
dude,
all right, I'm on it.
Cheese was ready to climb all up in your back end, brother. He was ready.
Yeah, it was.
You should be seeing, if you refresh while you're live, you should be seeing clips generating now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I didn't know that.
It's real time. You don't have to wait till the stream ends. So if you just, I don't know, go to refresh.
Yeah,
it's
got 9 clips already. That's fucking
all right,
pretty
thank
dope.
God. Thank
you.
God. All right.
Thank you.
Does it have the scores next to it as well, or not yet?
I haven't looked into all that yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, at least the clips are coming through. That's good. That means the software is working. So if there's any other bugs, it's a front end issue, which is even easier to patch. So we'll make sure you're taken care of.
All right, cool. I'll let you know how the rest of this stream goes, and then we'll go from there. But all right, Spike, let's get back to it.
Yeah, speaking of minor technical issues, Spike, I gotta say the record site looks brilliant. It's very well laid out. It's very pleasing to the eye. However, I haven't really deep dived on it yet because I couldn't get my abstract wallet to connect to it. Have you guys sorted that out yet?
Yeah.
You guys got it working now? Cool.
Yeah, so you need to connect with a normal like EVM wallet, not the abstract wallet. But then if you go on your profile, you can add your abstract wallet, basically.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we fixed that like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I was trying to do it through the Wallet Connect, and I was copying the link, and I could see the wallet like this image that I have up right now. It would kind of blink. So I was like, well, it's trying to connect to it. But that's pretty good. Now I wonder if you have, because Abs has I think it's connect.abs.xyz, and you can actually, connect your abstract wallet to your EVM wallet anyways that way. I wonder if it automatically recognizes it without having to even add the profile.
I didn't try that, I think.
Yeah, so
I mean, I don't mind adding the wallet. I mean, as long as I can connect with my normal EVM and then add the AGW, perfect. I was just curious about that because I was checking it out the other day. But like I said, I mean, it is a brilliant looking website. A lot of sites I go to, not to be funny, but I had to go to Fidgetals the other day to claim my fog boxes, and what a miserable experience that website is. Like, it's a great platform technically, but goddamn, it's difficult to navigate. The record site just looks like, I mean, once you're there, you want to check it all out. I would say like the retention level of it is brilliant.
Yeah, it was very easy right there. I mean, I just did it right there. Boom, bang, I'm done. I didn't want to mess with it until then.
Awesome.
Yeah, now see, I can't even add a is it recognizing staked bearish NFTs? Do we know if it's recognizing that? Because they're
staked, you said, or
yeah,
they're technically hibernating, which is a staking thing on all boards.
So we need to do that next. Yeah, apologies for that. We need to reconcile that, but since Tolly is in the call, that's perfect. If you guys actually have like a mapping or something we can use to reconcile, we can absolutely do it. We did it for a couple of other collections, like Ors, and also we're doing it for Kleno right now and so on. So yeah, we can absolutely fix it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Quick question real quick. I know you guys are building on base. What was there a particular reason why you guys wanted to build over there? I personally am a fan of base, but what was the thought process behind that?
To be fair, we probably didn't think of it enough, but it's it was so we wanted something which is very cheap per transaction. Base, we've been doing stuff with them like for a long time. We also have like half a Persona on Base because you can bridge Persona between Base and Ethereum. We have a very good relationship with them, which means we didn't think about it for too long. And we just went with it quite naturally. They also are quite aligned in terms of their vision. They're very consumer centric and so on. I know that some of their recent moves are not unanimous in the space. Like they didn't necessarily. I've heard some things, let's say, but for us, to be fair, it was quite of a natural move. It's possible in the future, depending on how records grow. Like if we really grow to an amount that requires our own blockchain space, for example, we might potentially make a move. But right now we're happy where we are, and we are happy to continue the relationship with them. And they've been cool with us. Like we have honestly a pretty good open channel, good relationship with their team. They've amplified us where they could. So far so good on that front. Yeah.
I was just looking at you guys' NFTs on Base a second ago, and I found one that I don't know if it's always paired, but I found one that has a Trunks jacket and sword. What a fucking nerd I am, dude. That just made me want to FOMO buy that thing.
Actually, I think that's a very rare one. Is it listed?
Shit. No, it's not listed. Everybody listening, it's not listed. Don't go buy it right now. But no, yeah, it is. I think it's listed at 0.1. Okay. Trunks is a very, one of my childhood favorite characters from the DBZ universe. Yeah, so very, very cool trait to have.
Bro, it quickly, like when I updated my PFP, which it's not going to check anything because there's nothing there, but it quickly changed some numbers for the X side and then it went away on there. But it's not going to scan anything because it's not an actual NFT in the collection, right?
Yeah, it's not, but we can still scan your content typically if you set your sources. So you can add like your Twitter account or anything. You don't need to authenticate, just fill really any of those. And when you do that, then your content is every day automatically scanned.
Yeah, it's not giving me a save button right here. I wonder.
Oh, you don't?
You haven't loaded anything into the fields.
Yeah, well, I have Instagram.
Oh, your Instagram. Right, okay, I see that.
Yeah, I'll look into it. That's
and then when I go, and I'll add my X here. I was just trying to do it and update and see what was happening.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, there's nothing there. So I don't know. When I go to it, it just says you don't own any NFTs. It's not even picking up. I guess it's going to take a minute to recognize because I just connected the abstract wallet a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's also possible if there's stake that we don't yet map them, but I'll chat with Tolly and the team, and we'll reconcile those. Yeah, so if there's stake, they will eventually show.
I have one that's not, but it's all good. Yeah, because it's trying to pull something from this main wallet. Is it always going to pull something from the main connected wallet, or is it going to search all the wallets you have connected?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, all of them. So you can even, if you have some Klenos, for example, you can connect your Solana wallet, and we take from all of them. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Dope. Well, I mean, I'm glad that's fixed, and yeah, we'll see what's going on the sources side. I tried to refresh it to see if it would pull up a save button, but for some reason it's not. So
yeah, it might be since the abstract wallet fix, but we're on it. We're gonna fix it like right away.
Yeah, and it may just need an NFT that it recognizes to save all those things because it technically, like, I don't qualify for anything active.
No, it's fine actually. Yeah, no, I think it should be fine as long as you're authenticated, but I'll double check. Or yeah, you might be also right that if it's fully empty, that might be the blocker.
Yeah. Well,
we don't recognize that you belong to a collection. That's possible.
Exactly. Yeah, but I do have one bear that's not staked in my abstract wallet, so I'm gonna give it some time and see what it does.
Nice. I'll check as well for sure so we make sure it works.
So the campaigns. So this was like I was like kind of surprised by this because you said campaigns are coming. This is going to be for brands, active brands that are on the platform. they will then be able to set, whatever it is, say Doodles comes out and they're like, hey, we're doing a campaign, create art with our AI stuff, post, all the rules. We're giving away X amount of dude token and some NFTs. These are the prizes. It does kind of have an InfoFi type feeling to that. But
yeah,
when I seen what Records was, and then knowing the Bearish team is also the founders, co-founders of Zeet, is there going to be some overlap there where we see Zeet and Records working together?
I'll let Tolly answer that. but we definitely want to continue the relationship. For us, I think for the campaign in Records, it's slightly different. I would say it's really more inviting content creation, like visual content creation, for sure, since it's the pure focus of Records. So I think it's not exclusive to one another. Basically, you could still have both systems that make sense living next to each other. The main thing we wanted to focus on, is visual content that is valuable for the brand, and also make sure that we let brands arbitrate a bit what they feel is worth it, basically.
Yeah, this is almost like I would call this like IP-fi. If there's
we call it content-fi actually, but I like IP-fi as well. So
yeah, so like
I'm fine with it.
We're not going to see DeFi projects over here. That's the difference in Zeet and Kaido and all these other brands, is that it's a mix of NFTs, a mix of, like, even on the season 1 of Zeet,
but you know what?
We had a lot of different things.
Since the release, actually, we've been quite surprised by the profile, the category of the brands that reach out to us, because we really thought that it would be only NFT brands, at least initially. But we actually had a lot more than that. And one category that really surprised me is that we had some meme coin brands.
Yeah, one of my friends reached out to you. We were talking about this in the back channels.
Yeah, nice.
And
nice.
It begins with a T, but I'm not going to go any further than that. But
but we chatted this morning. But we also had like I'm not going to name them either, but and I was surprised actually that it would be that. We didn't really think of that when we built Records, but it makes a ton of sense. It's as soon as you have a visual IP, or at least an IP that expresses itself visually on social media, and that's how it grows. Records is definitely a good fit for it. So meme coins is actually one of those, and we also have some Web3 gaming brands that are super interested, which makes again a lot of sense.
Yeah, it shouldn't just be NFT brands only, because there are plenty of meme coins out there that have great IP, and really good memes and GIFs and things like that. So, I mean, that's the meme culture, are meme coins. So, like, why would you not want to work with those brands? And on top of that, they have some big communities with a lot of money, and, they want to get their IP, just because it's like, when you look at IP of a meme coin, people just look at most of the time they're looking at the price of the meme coin, and the IP is the secondary driver. But I mean, we've seen accounts just grow massively. Like, if Chill Guy was a partner with Records when Chill Guy was at its all-time high, like, that meme and GIFs were being shared it was insane numbers.
Everywhere,
It'd probably be interesting for you guys to do kind of like a back end test to see what some of the top meme coin IP, like, GIFs and memes were, because we don't ever see those comparisons, or I don't on my timeline, of like, what would a Chill Guy meme have done? Would Pudgy Penguins GIFs,
Pepe, for that matter? Remember all the content that was coming out? For Pepe, there was crazy, like almost professionally made music video type stuff coming out.
Spike, how important is the integration of AI into what Records is doing right now?
Yeah, it's quite massive, and it's also part of the complexity and the cost a bit to run the platform, is that we develop an AI model per brand to make sure that we do detect correctly, because we scrape a lot of content, but like 90% of it is not brand related content, or even more sometimes, depending on the brand and and who's in. So what we developed are AI models to detect if the content is brand related, and then if there is, again, a specific link with the NFT, And I swear to God, like for some brands, it's a real challenge. Like typically for bearish, it's fine. For Persona, it's fine. Then you have some brands like Kleno where it's very complex because like the different NFTs have different patterns and so on. So it takes a lot of retraining, a lot of trial and error. Basically, when you train a model, it's a bit. I always compare it to cooking, basically, because it's a lot of like you prepare your ingredients, you cook. Okay, the dish is awful. Let's cook again, and then you try to make it better the next time. And that's a bit the complexity we had with records, where was to train those models. For some, the model is like really, really good. Like for Pudgy, we are in the 85%, 90% hit rate to detect a specific NFT match. For some, it's still a bit poor, and we're still retraining and improving as we go. Typically for Kleno, but that's the big AI part of the concept of the product, and also the complex part of it.
Yeah. So
hang on, because we got distracted.
What?
We got distracted and we didn't hit Tully up for the future relationship between.
Between Z.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Tully thought we forgot, but I don't forget.
Tully, go ahead, Tully. Let's see what you're going to give us.
What's the question?
Yeah, is there going to be? Yeah. Like because
question about a future relationship between records and Zeet potentially.
Well, I will say this: Spike and Remy and team have been absolutely fantastic to work with. I love working with people that are just professional and obviously got a good head on their shoulders. There's probably going to be something that we're going to cook up between us. Not sure exactly what it is. I mean, my brain goes in 1,000 different directions, but I'll bring it up to Scotty and team and cook something up.
Nice.
Pretty good answer. Usually Scotty's the one that kind of leaks some stuff here and there.
I know. Where is Scotty? Because he would have just gave us the whole 6-month roadmap, bro. Scotty's like a very like cracked up old coffee cup that just as soon as you touch it, it just breaks and everything spills out. He can't hold one bean in.
Scotty would be telling you what's the idea and like building it at the same time, and then it'll be ready in 24 hours. That's Scotty.
I was trying to get Sora to give me a version of Scotty doesn't know, but do it as Scotty does know, and then incorporate all the leaks that he's given us on like Zeet and Bearish and just anything that's coming up, but it couldn't quite get the same ring. But I mean, there are similarities there with what Records is trying to do with what Zeet's trying to do. I think more of it is just like awareness for brands and distribution of IP and
100%.
those types of things. So like when I go in here and I'm looking at GW, I'm clicking on his GIF. I go to his profile. I look on his social card, top 36%, says he has 75 points.
Well earned. He should be top 1%, in my opinion.
What are these points for?
Yeah, so the point was to create some sort of value, a master metric, if you will, for the content, because we have stuff that comes from different social media platforms. So typically, a view on Giphy should not be worth as much as a view on YouTube. If you just value things overall. So we created this point system where we have different weights based on the platform. And then each piece of content gets base points based on engagement metrics. And on top of that, if the brand is grading the content, it's also increasing those points. So typically, if Tolly decides to grade the visual we see like a 10 out of 10, it will increase the points that it gets.
So two things here. So each social media site has a different grade, right? A different rating.
Exactly.
So are those numbers going to be public? Is it beneficial to post more on TikTok or Instagram, or do you think people are going to try and game it?
Yeah, to be fair, I think we are displaying it probably somewhere in an FAQ or something. But you're right. We will probably make it even more apparent. But it's really trying to just match how hard it is to get a view there and there, especially with Giphy, because Giphy, you have 1 billion views versus on YouTube, where again, one view on YouTube can be, for a long video, for example, can be worth more than 1,000 on Giphy. So we wanted that those weights to address that. But yeah, absolutely, the weights will be fully visible, especially in the campaigns where it matters. You will see that what is worth what, basically.
So, totally, and I know you have your hand up. But me as a creator, I'm sitting here thinking, like creating, even doing it through like Higgsfield or one of these AIs, and making short little videos and clipping them together, and hopefully coming out with something that looks halfway decent. Like, as a normal person, we don't have the money to create like little pudgy videos and things of that nature. So if I'm doing this podcast or if I'm doing a stream, and you see our layout here, and it has mine and Kyle's PFP on the screen, is it going to pick up and recognize that for an hour and a half stream? Or
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's detected as bearish content, absolutely. And on top of that, when I said visual content, it's not necessarily artworks. Of course, artworks are the the right fit, but an amazing tutorial or a space or a stream that goes through your brand, that the brand feels is valuable for its growth, is absolutely a valuable piece of content that can top a leaderboard in the campaigns.
Yeah.
So it can be different, different type of content that takes it. And in your example, yeah, as long as we detect that it's here, for example, we have just for the ones that don't see StreamYard, but we have a lot of bearish on screen, so it would absolutely detect that and tie it to the brand and be in records.
Does it help you get recognized for using hashtags like #bearish or something that the team has given to records to use?
Yeah. So it's already something that brands can set. They can set specific hashtags for Twitter. They can set specific mentions for TikTok, for example. For each platform, they have a specific keyword that they can enter to also track that specifically. And for a specific campaign, it's what we will propose if. Because the goal is not just to push for content creation from our existing communities, but also to invite outside creators to play with the brand and to try to expand it and grow that way. It, of course, if you're part of the community, you can take part. but I think it's really cool if we also do a big invite call to outside artists, to outside people, to show them, okay, there is a prize pool, you can participate easily. For the community, what's really cool is that since we push people to create around the bearish brand or around specific NFTs within that bearish brand, you do get value as a holder naturally, because your IP and your part of the IP is growing naturally with it,
Yeah. No, 100%. The other thing I would, and this is just me as like, a suggestion.
Remember when you said Tully, I see you got your hand up.
I know he does. I know Tully does. I know he does. But so my thing is like, I think it would be like productive for me to be able to go to this bearish thing and be like, well, how do I participate in this? What am I doing? So like if each brand had like a how to, or like how to get on the record, or on the record section.
Ooh, has a nice ring to it. How to get on the record,
or like on the record or whatever. And that's like, so I can go there and I can see, okay, Bearish wants us to use #bearish or hashtag whatever. And just some guidelines.
Oh, you will see that in the campaigns. Yeah. In the campaigns screen, once it's live, you will have it's a full dashboard page where you will see the prize pool, you will see the rules, you will be able to download the brand kits, you will see everything in it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Totally off to you, sir. Sorry. I know your hands hurt.
No, it's all good. So Spike, question about the future. With records, and I don't know how much you can say, and also you could just tell me to shut up and just enjoy what you have now. But what's next? What's coming? I could see, some interesting applications of this where the, kind of the records of every single NFT are being, constantly updated. That's permanent. Are there discussions with platforms like OpenSea to potentially attach some of these records to the NFTs that exist out there, or will you be like, have you considered stepping into the marketplace arena? I'm curious about like 8004 kind of stuff. Well, that's more agentic, but just kind of like, I'm curious about the future.
It's very interesting because initially we thought of records in terms of business model as a marketplace, and we backtracked from it because we really wanted to focus on the content and the core infra of that. I think the next step is we are chatting with OpenSea, and we are chatting with a lot of brands. But we are chatting. We absolutely want to display records wherever you see NFTs, because especially wherever you buy NFTs or you value NFTs, because in our opinion that could be a new lens to appreciate the value of one. It's not just rarity traits. It's also but if your NFT has been in amazing live streams, in a TikTok, in a Giphy with like millions of views, that should be valued. That should be recorded, which is what we are doing here. And I think it's a new superpower as well for NFTs, because then you can have someone that buys one, that builds it up, builds its views, builds its content. Potentially to the content we can add lore, we can add more things in the future, more type of content, and really have those as sub brands that are getting built up. And I think honestly, well, that's the romantic in me, but it could almost, I hope, give some incentives for brands that are not NFT brands to actually create NFTs, because they see the value of that structure, basically. Because I think that's true superpower of the NFTs. You empower people to buy a sub part of your brand, to build it up. And now with records, you see the chain of value go both ways, because when the team does something cool with your NFTs, it's increasing the value and so on. But the next step for us, the immediate next step that we're super focused on is to launch campaigns to scale also the platform. We have, I think, calls with 10 different brands right now. So we're trying to figure out, okay, which one is next to add. But we're being a bit overwhelmed, but very positively by just how many brands really just wanted to get plugged in records. So super happy and humbled about that. And then on the midterm, I would like to do a test case with a Web2 brand. That's really something I'd like to experience. I think it can absolutely work with a Web2 brand as well. And it could be a great way to make a nice link between Web3 brands and bring them a bit more legitimacy to Web2 and back and forth. But we would love to find a very strong and iconic test case on the Web2 side of things, to be the first Web2 brand on the records, and then scale from there, basically.
I'm looking over this data center, and it shows you the brand gains, top NFT, top creator, top holder. Pudgy's they're Pudgy's, Klano. There's one Klano here. Pudgy's killing it in the top 10. If you are in the Bearish community, I advise you start creating more art, start creating more things with your bear, including it in your posts, getting active, distributing the Bearish IP. The first bear I ran across, I don't even know who owns this one. 1118. I'm gonna try and go to it and see. There's no wallet name attached to it. So, and it's a dope, clean bear, little blue guy. But either way, it's definitely very Pudgy centric here on record. So,
it is, but you have a lot of you still have a lot of creators and I was still surprised. I was very surprised by Bearish first, because it's pretty incredible considering how recently the IP was released, the growth they have on different socials. But you still have, if you check the trending records, it's not at the top of the leaderboard here, because we calculate still by points, engagement metrics and so on. So you will see a lot of the budget dudes here. But there are still a lot of records every day that get scanned, added. So it's definitely a sign of a very, very lively community, and a healthy one, in my opinion. But we need more. And hope for more with the campaigns as well.
So for brands that want to get started here, I seen something here where it's like launch a campaign or whatever. Like this all has to, I'm guessing any brands can just outreach straight from the site or just reach out to you guys. Like how would a brand that could listen back to this or see a clip, how can they come and speak to you guys and get signed up with records?
Yeah, so we have all our socials in the 3 little dots at the bottom left of the website, of course. So you can contact us there, on Twitter, on pretty much any personal account, all the records, all the records accounts as well. We're super responsive at the moment. We are checking all the message requests as well. So even if we don't follow you guys, we will see your messages. So really don't worry. So yeah, feel free to DM us on Twitter. Feel free to also drop by in Discord. There is a Discord link if you want. We have a very active mod community, and you will have an answer quite soon.
Oh, they're quick. They're quick because I popped into the Discord yesterday just to ask about the Wallet Connect thing. And first of all, I typed my question in the wrong chat at first, but then I saw the records chat, asked a question, bing, bang, boom, man. I had people answering. Nice. Helping me out real quick. So yeah, I'm in your Discord now.
Awesome.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I think one of the things, because I know some great brands, but some of them are like, one of them, for instance, is a brand like Genuine Undead. It's a CTO brand, very strong community. They're very active, but they don't, there's not a founder that's there leading the charge. But they do have another version of their pixelated IP that I think would do well in GIFs and memes and in things like that. But like to be able to help get that IP out there and help the brand grow, I think something like records could really, help drive, more eyes to those smaller brands like that. So I'm guessing pricing and all that stuff is just based on what people are wanting and the campaigns and how all that's worked out for them, right?
Yeah, for now it's we're really tinkering with the business model, so it's a bit of a case by case discussion right now, where we're trying to understand what brands are willing to put forward, and also us adjusting our model based on it. But yeah, we're really pushing for brands to do campaigns. We think it's a win-win business relationship if they do. And our business model, mainly with records, is to take a small cut on those campaigns. So not like a massive flat fee cut, like some other info service. But for us, it's more of a small fee. So it's a win-win relationship for both the brand and us if it works. And we hope that more and more brands will run campaigns through records, and we get the ball rolling that way.
Yeah, because I mean, I just, when I see smaller communities that deserve to win, that have recognized IP in the space, they just don't have it's not direction. It's just there's, everybody talks about CryptoPunks and they talk about Pudgies and Doodles, and it's always the same big brands inside of the space that people talk about in the conversations around. And I just believe that there's a lot of other brands in the space that should be getting attention. And this is a great tool that I think can provide that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just could be a catalyst to bring more people and bring awareness. And, depending on what they want out of the campaign, that's the end goal. Is like, okay, we can launch on records, but what is the call to action here? What are we looking to gain from this? Is it beneficial cost wise? And will we really see that big of an impact? And I think it goes back to a storytelling part as well, of like how rich the lore is of a brand. And it's like, okay, the call to action would be, in my mind, I keep using Genuine Undead, and it's like showing the lore of where it came from to where it's at now, this whole world, what makes Genuine Undead what they are. The same thing with Chimpers and Pudgy. A lot of their stories are already more well known, but there's so many IPs that people don't know the story, and it's this is a cool creative way to
get some of the guys, I mean, dude, what's the guy's name that made that awesome AI video that we watched?
Starts with an S, right?
I'm blanking on it now.
So
but
am I. If you
what the point I'm getting at is some people they're not even really using it as a NFT IP per se. That like that's not the point. The point is, I mean, that video would have done really well as a standalone thing on YouTube, you know. So it doesn't even necessarily need to be part of a wider NFT push kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Spike, I have a few questions here in the comments. Okay, so GW did confirm 26 minutes ago you can't save anything without the platform recognizing our NFTs. It won't pick up hibernating bears. That's something that they need to fix. I think they said they're going to get with Tolly on that. Tolly engaged the bot. GW said X hates hashtags. Bad idea.
I think we have a couple of things for X. It's not just hashtags. We have mentions and keywords that you can combine to define something unique for a brand, and then that's what we catch basically. We also have QRT, which is really powerful. We did that for, I don't know if you guys saw the QRT contest that Doodles did for Doodles AI with a 5K price pool, and we basically the brand can just add a specific QRT ID, and then we scan absolutely all the content that is QRT for that one. So yeah, there is some options for that.
By the way, it was Saigo, and it was Undead 2043. It was driving me nuts. I had to figure it out. But you know, maybe they'll change their tone on that hashtag thing too. They certainly recently changed their mind on the hashtag thing.
Well,
you know, that used to nuke your engagement, and now it's like, oh, here's a whole bunch of functionality around the hashtag. So,
but they also said that putting outside external links in your main post doesn't hurt you anymore. Nikita said that in a reply, but then when I go ask Grok's like, don't do it. It definitely takes you down. So they need to get on the same page, Grok and them. Regarding what you said about that, you guys can read different QRT IDs, things like that. That was one of the biggest problems that Nikita and them had with InfoFi, was that companies were scraping data and then using that to reward people for posting content. How are you guys getting around that to where there's not going to be any problems with X?
Yeah, so we'll have to see how it plays out, but the big difference is that we are pushing for quality basically, and I think the big issue Nikita had was that it was essentially creating a lot of content that is not necessarily great for the outlook of the platform. Here it's going to be different because you can absolutely dominate with just one piece of quality content, which is what we were pushing for. So not quantity, more like quality, also validated by the brand, also visual. So I think all things combined, it should be more on the good side of the pretty much the X team, but also guidelines and so on. So on that part, we feel a bit safer, but we'll have to see. It's also a possibility that if it's too tricky on X, we support pretty much any platform. So brands can also push for Instagram content, TikTok content, YouTube content, which is a possibility there. Of course, we do want Twitter because we're very Twitter native. But for some brands, for example, for us, we really want to try to grow on TikTok because we suck on TikTok right now for Persona. So it will be interesting for us to put a prize pool and push creators, to play with the Persona IP over there.
The how does the AI pick everything up? Is it off of original post only, replies? Because I mean, somebody could just reply every time with their a meme or a gif of their same bear or same pudgy and just start. I know you said quality matters and it's looking for that, but is there a case where it could slip through and people are just using the same image constantly in replies?
I mean, I do that sometimes, right? I mean, I've got a picture of one of my bears like in the forest with the trippy glasses on, and so the forest is all trippy. I post that a lot of times for like a GM post. So I mean, I'm guilty of using a piece of content more than once, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it more than once, but there's going to be people that try and game the system. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, 100%. But we don't block recycled content, but ultimately, since brands have the upper hand, if they see in the company leaderboard that that, okay, you post just the same content 5 times, it's very, very unlikely that they will grade your content highly, basically. So it's also the big thing is that we have a human in the loop aspect with our campaigns. It's not just engagement metrics. At the end of the day, it needs to be validated as valuable content by the brand. And we're trying to facilitate that as much as possible. So you can try to do that, but it's not about summing up engagement metrics. Like if the brand rates your stuff 1, but just one other post 10, the post that gets 10 will basically overthrow you. So I wouldn't recommend to spam the same content for that reason. Diversity, quality is what we're going to aim for.
How does the team go and grade that content? Is there some way for like Tolly to hook an agent to the back, like his dashboard, and be like, look for this, and this, and then grade it based on whatever? Do they have to manually go in there and do that?
For now, it's manual, which is a bit difficult with the historical content because we scrape so much content that it's a bit impossible to go through everything to grade it. But for campaigns, I think it will be a bit much easier because it takes virtually like 10 seconds per day where you see like, okay, this morning, this was the content added to the campaign. Very quickly, you can grade it, go next, and it's not too difficult. You can also bulk grade, basically. So you select multiple ones and you grade at once.
Yeah.
So it's tricky if you cover 3 years of content or a year of content. But within the span of the duration of the campaign, since you can, again, batch select, batch grade, it shouldn't be that difficult to do.
Yeah. Totally. Go ahead.
Question about the campaign, Spike. So next week, Bearish is kicking off a campaign with records here. Really excited for that. It's next week, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a bunch of educational stuff, like I mentioned. So question about kind of how the campaign works a little bit. So is it like from the campaign start is when scores are applied, points are applied, like towards the campaign? Or okay, cool, gotcha. Okay, cool. So now's the time to kind of get freshened up and start creating some content and really start posting,
start getting that artwork and everything made. How long do campaigns last? Is that up to the team, or is that a standard?
Up to the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long is the campaign going to last, Oli?
I think a month, maybe a month and a half, too.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Like what Spike said. Different platforms like have different weights, right? So posting something on YouTube might have a bit more weight than posting something on X, maybe, right? So all that stuff we'll talk a bit more about next week. Do you have other brands running campaigns too, Spike, or is it just us for now?
Yes, but I didn't ask them if if I could say it. But we have one of the.
Just say it, bro.
If I give you guys a clue, it's going to be the name. But we should have Chimpers that also runs a campaign. But
I'm messaging Insight right now. Hold on.
But let's just say we still need to confirm and everything. You didn't hear it from me. But we should have them as well running one next week. Yeah.
Nice. Totally. Can you give us any any hints on like what the call to actions are going to be for this tournament? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, sure. So first and foremost, there are going to be rewards attached to this, right? So it's not just post and get points. There's going to be rewards to it. We'll announce that a bit more next week. So we're still kind of defining the exact strategy that we want to kind of point this to, but at the core of it, really, it's the most important thing for us is to educate our community on like how to create really good, high quality AI generated content that is not slop, both images, videos, and even your own GIFs, right? Like getting your bear in a GIF and uploading it to Giphy, amazing, right? So the biggest thing is education, and the incentive for people to get educated, to create this stuff, to learn and grow. That's just, first and foremost, skill that's going to help you for the rest of your life. And obviously, secondly, if you apply that to the Bearish brand, like that's good for all of us. So I think the education piece is huge, right? Like once you learn these tools and these tricks, and we're going to bring in Piff to help with that. Piff has been an absolute rock star with his content and the stuff that he can do. And he actually learned from within Bearish. A lot of the stuff that he's doing now for other brands.
Yeah, for Corky's and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hey, if I wanted to get a head start on that, what platform do you think is the best for that kind of stuff? I mean, I've done some AI stuff, but I've just basically played around with Grok. I'm sure there's a better, more recommended platform though.
Yeah, as far as images go, definitely. Right now it's Nano Banana, though I know that GPT is going to be releasing a new version of their image model. But Nano Banana for sure. Drop your bear in there. There are like, so we're going to provide some like starter prompts to help preserve the specific brand traits of these bears, right? So like, for example, we got the 2 hair tufts, we have the floppy ear, right? So ideally that's all there, so we're going to help to put together some like base prompts for you to start to work off of. But definitely Nano Banana for images. I'm not very familiar with video stuff. I would have to chat with Piff about that. And then for the GIFs, there's like a little process where actually you do use Grok Imagine for that. You can drop an image in there, turn it into a video, convert it into a GIF, and you're good to go. So I think it'd be a lot of fun for everybody to get creative with this.
Yeah, some of them I found, if you have Gemini create a video and then you try and convert that into a GIF, the quality of the GIF is absolutely trash. If you take it from Grok and then have that made and converted into a GIF, the quality is like, it's super crystal clear.
Right.
And it stays locked in. So I play around with every damn thing when I'm making it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll want it shorter because X only allows you to upload a GIF that's only so large, and Grok will sometimes make it bigger. So then I have to bring it into Canva and edit it and shorten it down and do all kinds of stuff. So there's different ways. We could have a whole entire stream of nothing but about creating bearish content.
For sure.
And maybe we could
perhaps we should.
Actually, let's do it. No, for sure, let's do it. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Just live creating some content with Piff on there. And there's like a lot of like little tips and tricks that you just like you learn. For example, if you go to Gemini and you make an image, there's a stupid little a watermark in the bottom right. There's an easy tool that you just paste your image in there and it gets rid of the watermark, right? To make it,
anytime I've ever posted anything from Grok video wise, it always does the little thing under it where it says make your own video. So I just started screen recording it and then posting the screen recording.
That's hilarious. Spike, Hans, we know that steak bearish are not being recognized. Hans asked about moonbirds.
Or the steak moonbirds?
Yeah, or staked moonbirds. Are they the nested birds? I don't know if they call it nesting anymore.
Yeah, they're next on our list. Yeah, we absolutely. I need to same thing. We reach out to them, but we have we were looking at Kleno, then it was bearish, and then we have moonbirds that we need to also reconcile. But we'll get to it 100%.
I thought Chimpers had some staking.
I thought the Moonbird's nesting thing was like a passive staking, like it was just if you weren't listed. Or did they change that, or am I just completely misremembering?
I'm not sure if it's passive.
Yeah.
I'm
not 100% sure, but I think they have some in a staked state at least.
Yeah. I would assume there is. Yeah, and then anything else, I'm not sure, meme land or any of that stuff. But yeah, we got to get these bears recognized. That seems to be one of the like. Everybody, even Abstract, was kind of lazy with, dealing with the stake bears, but the team, Tully and Scotty stay on their ass. So I'm sure we'll see some updates pretty quick.
Yeah, but bro, that week where we got caught up on XP from the previous weeks, that felt good. That was a good week.
Yeah, I felt like an XP god that week. All right, cool. Spike, I mean, we covered a lot of stuff. I don't know if there's anything we did not cover. Is there anything you want to touch on that we haven't gotten to?
No, honestly, super happy about what we covered here, and also very happy to make new friends and connect with you guys and a bit more with the bearish community. It's awesome. It's one of the best parts with this project, to be fair. Like we got connected with so many cool people in the space, and bullish on bearish, which is always fun to say. Bullish on you guys, what you're building. It's been very humbling. I say it multiple times to see what so many brands created when we did records, and with the brand partners we have now. It's really absolutely amazing. I hope that just opening records also shows to anyone that NFT IPs are legit, that there are so many amazing things being created there. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a 2026 that will continue to build momentum towards NFTs and make them more than just NFTs, but just legit IPs being built with amazing dedicated communities, amazing universes alongside them.
Awesome. I got to say, Spike, I've been, I was aware of Persona. I was aware of records, as I'm aware of many platforms and many NFTs. I'm a fan now. I'm a big fan. I'm not just aware anymore. I'm a big fan now. So this was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming through today.
I gotta say, man, that Persona, I just specifically remember trying to get whitelist for Persona.
Jeez,
it took over the fucking timeline.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the most insane, the amount of people trying to farm it and get a whitelist. It was so coveted. You guys did a really good job of hyping it up, and geez, that was a fun time. Unfortunately, I did not get whitelist.
I was reaching out to everybody I knew, and they're like, "Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro." And I'm
Cheese was offering unbelievably questionable favors to folks. I won't get into the details.
I wish I knew.
I was trying to guess, Mike. You'd had a good time, bro. If I'd have got that whitelist, it would have been fun. But no, it's all good. All good.
Awesome. Thank you guys for the canvas.
Yeah, and we're always here. We're here Monday through Friday, same time, same cheesy channel.
Do come through and hang with us anytime, man. We don't have to do a whole space about it, but it's always fun having founders and builders from the space, come through and hang from time to time. So yeah, come back anytime, man.
Yeah,
100%. I'll go by.
All right, guys, make sure you guys are following Spike. Following records, stay active, follow Tolly and Bearish and all the other brands. It seems campaigns are going to be kicking off next week. Oh, shit, Josie's coming up. I forgot to ask you her question. I'll let her ask the question because it was a pretty good one. And I think many people need to know the answer. Josie, go ahead.
Oh, you already knew why I came up here.
Yeah, perfect. And I forgot to ask it. We got off track.
I want to know, Tolly, since you're here too, and Spike, I have my bearish twerking all the time on my Twitch, and I stream to X, YouTube, and Twitch. So does that count? Am I going to get anything off of that? I'm spreading the bearish,
The bearish cheeks?
Yeah.
I mean IP.
Does it recognize ass cheeks?
Yeah, is it going to recognize my hot dog?
It absolutely should. It absolutely should. I don't want to talk for Tolly, but that's IP proliferation right there. Absolutely. But if your bear is in those videos, those streams, yes, we will catch them. We just need to add the sources, but we'll make sure to do so.
All right. If not, I'm opening a ticket in the Discord, and I'm gonna cry up the ladder to whoever I need to cry to. I'll even cry to Carlo, even though he's not even there anymore.
Yeah, Carlo's off in Thailand right now. He's filming.
You can never be too busy to respond to a twerk ticket, though. Of all the tickets. Anyway.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, Carlo in Bangkok. It's coming out very soon. It's rated PG-13, so don't worry about that, Josie. No hot dogs were harmed during the filming of this Carlo production. But we'll get to see it at some point soon. Maybe was it Austin Film Festival? Don't they have one of those there?
I believe they do.
Yeah, I believe they do. But either way, guys, make sure you follow Spike, Tolly, Bearish, Kenny, Kyle, myself. Get your ass on Blinko. Play some Blinko under the reality check code because the leaderboard is going to be coming soon. Hopefully,
there's going to be a Bearish given away.
There's a Bearish.
Some other items.
Some dope ass shit going to be given out to the to some people on that leaderboard. So get signed up for that. Spike, once again, we appreciate you coming in.
Thanks so much, man.
Yeah. Other than that, we will see everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Tomorrow. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye bye.